Wow. Oh, look at that. I like this weather. So I was chasing rams, right? Rams. Moose. I killed one moose. I took its antler. I didn't take its skin because it was 2 stars, and in any case, I don't need this moose pelt. And
My girl.
I wanted to kill a ram. Uh, I wanted to kill a ram before leaving
Yeah.
this area. You see, if we can be here while we're here, why not? Did you? Okay, it's weird. Oh, here it is. Really don't see anything. And I like it. But this is kind of funny. You leave this territory, you don't see anything here. There is this kind of fog. I don't know if it's a snowstorm. It looks like a fog. But if you go here, you see everything clearly. It's like the separation. This separation is kind of weird. It's here's the line between the weird fog and a normal place. It's just kind of scripted in a weird way, you know. I'd like to. I need a ram carcass, so I'd like to kill one ram. Oh, oh, oh boy. It's here again. Oh, I don't see anything. It's awful. Oh, well. It's funny that in this weird fog, there's no, there are no animals. I mean, okay, I saw an, was that an eagle maybe or something? But no moose, no ram, nothing.
Yeah.
It's kind of scripted in a weird way because there are parts where you don't see anything, and there are parts where you actually see something, and they might be
Yeah.
right near each other, and it's funny.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Maybe I should just Google it or something. Because I don't see a single living creature around me. The western end of Benedict Pass. No, it's right to the one. Tail Pond, northeast of Wallace Station. Wallace Station, over there. Over there. So they proposed me to go to the Tail Pond. Well, considering that I really don't see anyone here, I'll just probably go there. I'll try to find a ram. The perfect ram carcass. Because I'll just, you know, keep chasing shadows or whatever. Oh, really? Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I think when you go to Grizzlies, yeah, it's this way. I think it's this way. It's true, or maybe this way, Barrel Lagoon. I feel like because of the snowstorm, there are like no animals. They're all hiding or something. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I'm going to Barrel Lagoon.
Yeah.
What's that? It's over there. Must be. No, wait. It's not over there. It's behind. No. Yeah, it's over there. Wait, I'm kind of confused. I'm facing the wrong direction. Like that. Yeah, it's over there in the Grizzlies. Mount Hagen.
Yeah.
It's really kind of weird. I mean, I understand that it's some kind of a mountain pass, but not a single animal.
Yeah.
lets them disappear. It's kind of funny.
Okay. Trail. Trail's been here a while.
The problem is I don't really want a legendary ram. I want a perfect ram carcass. Oh.
Idiot.
Both of the stars, okay. They're kinda useless. Kinda weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I need to find a ram, but are they sleeping or something? Oh yes. Gotcha.
Hang on.
Oh come on, man. Yes. Nice. Get what I need. A perfect ram carcass.
Not bad.
I'll take this one and
Yeah.
I'll take that one as well, but I'll skin it for the meat maybe and stuff. And Unfortunately, you can take two big animals on your horse, so. Okay, let's go. So we got everything. We got a moose antler and a perfect round carcass. We can leave this area. And we can go to the train station. There is a train station, wall station. Now normally this will be, okay, it won't be the last upgrade in the camp, but you know, I have only a couple of them left. Or it was, maybe it was for a satchel or something. I don't quite remember. I think a moose antler is for the, it's for the I don't need an elk belt, right? Perfect elk belt. I should have it. Don't I have it? I think I have it. I'll check it just in case. But I think I have a perfect elk belt. So a moose antler is for the camp upgrade, for the for something, and then the perfect trunk carcass. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's a big one. I think I donated it already. I can take it with me. It's a big one. Yeah, I won't be able to take it. It said that I can do like those guys who are walking with their horses. Like you put two. You see, you can only replace it. But I'd like to put the skin, the pelt, in the middle of the horse where I'm sitting and just lead my horse. Just walk with it. Like those guys when they're hunting, you see? Oh. What do you want to do with this perfect elk punk? You already have it. That's awful. It's actually useless. It's kind of useless carrying it because I already have it, but you know. I'm just having a time of my life. I think it will take too much time to walk with it to the wall station, whatever. I'll drop it. I think this was one of the last the first things. I don't quite remember when I did it. Whether it was in the last part or it was in the one that was before. and I killed an elk, but I realized that it's too big, and so I had to come back with the elk dog. It was in the Black Forest or something. It was somewhere there, I think. Over there. Blackbone Forest.
Easy. Now, come on.
You get nothing.
Go.
Goodness! Hey there. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Let me give you a tip. You don't grab this jerky
Need
here
to
real
go
quick,
to-
ain't gonna be none left.
Need to buy a ticket.
Hello there, please. See you. Clear this right up for you. Enjoy your destination.
Oh, it costs way more. That's kind of weird. It's nearly double the price from the Rick station, though it's not that far. Two perfect cougar pelt and two perfect snake skin. For some reason it's written two perfect ox hide, but I think I should remove it because I don't have it anymore. So. Moose antler, okay, I can remove it as well. And perfect elk pelt, and that's it. And ram carcass as well. See, Rick Station and Wallace Station, then they're not far from each other. Though it costs nearly double to go to Wallace Station. It's kind of funny.
Stop it! Just calm down, please!
You want to play games,
What
do
are
you?
you doing?
Come on
Wait,
then.
no!
Let's
Get
play.
off of me! Ow!
How's that?
Stop it!
Where did you get your hands off her? You brought your damn self to ruin.
Oh, mister, thank you. How I even managed to stay faithful to that goddamn psychopath as long as I did. Out of his mind.
You should get out of here. I'm sure this attracted some attention.
You know what I find funny? I guess it's about time to launch another philosophical
You all right, girl?
theme discussion.
How do you do, sir?
Such situations, they happen not only in video games, they happen in real life as well. Women somehow manage to find some crazy man Of course, a lot of people say that, well, yes, before marriage they were not like that, they were different and blah blah blah. But let me tell you something, there are always red flags. A person, unless the person was, I don't know, had some kind of a injury or some kind of a problem with their head, a person cannot change in one day. You're not gonna wake up one day and just realize that, well, why not kill someone? And you'll just go and kill someone. Or you'll wake up one day and why not rob a bank? And you'll just go and rob a bank. it just doesn't work this way, you see? So there are always red flags. A person will not, maybe he was less violent before, but he was still violent. You could still see some red flags, you see, which were telling you that maybe you need to pay attention. Maybe in some time he's not gonna be as good as he is right now. And that's the problem. The problem is a lot of parents, they're not educating, especially their girls. They're not speaking about these things, you see. And it's a big problem. And so a lot of women, they find themselves in such situations where they kind of started dating some guy, and then eventually he started to get violent or abusing them or insulting them or something like that. And it's funny, you see. And I think I'll never really understand humans, because there are so much guys who are, but it works the same way for girls as well. It's just the problem with girls, they're a little bit different. There are so much lonely guys who are willing to have proper families, but women somehow manage to end up with such bad guys. I mean, manage. They don't really manage. It's kind of obvious, in the sense that because they were not educated properly, this kind of a stereotype
My table
that
awaits
says
your
that
offerings, Mr. Morgan. All right, Pierce. All right. Let me see. Beautiful. We should get top price for this.
where's the moose antler? You can't be serious. Apparently it didn't save the moose antler. Because as you can see, I don't have the moose antler here. I have only the elk antler, and that's it.
Good job, Mr.
It's
Morgan.
kind of pathetic.
This camp could do with a few
Well,
improvements.
whatever.
Why don't you take a look at my ideas?
Craft 3 recipes at the Scout Fire. I'm not entirely sure.
Remember, you won't find something
Where's
like this
that?
anywhere else.
What's that? What does this mean exactly? Is the second fire at the main camp, usually off by the horses. The main fire won't let you craft stuff. Well. It's not far from that building. Recipe. But I crafted everything. Where is it? It's the second campfire near this building. Let me check this weird building. Main campfire. Moose antler. I don't have it, you see. It's kinda gross. Big. Horn ram skull.
You deserve it, Mr. Morgan.
2 perfect cougar pelt. Oh yeah, nice. I found it. 2 perfect ox hides. Okay, so I need it. 2 perfect cougar pelt. Wait a minute. 2 perfect ox hide. 2.
I'll need
I
some more
missed it last
materials
time.
before I can make something like that.
2 perfect ox hide. Okay. And satchel. I need to craft 3 recipes. Near that weird moose antler interprets next again.
Guess we'll see if anyone notices.
They said that it's not far from that weird building. It's over there. That's the building. But there is no... Oh, it's over there. Oh, I see the campfire. I see. Where is it? I need to craft 3 recipes. Will I be able to craft something? Do we even have something? That's weird. That's it. I want to craft. Rest by campfire, but I can craft anything. Oh yeah, I can. 3 recipes. Tonics, ammo, weapons, hunting, war scout. Yeah, so I was saying about women. So they always end up in some kind... Always. They're not always, but a lot of them end up in with bad men. And then they kind of suffer because they're like, oh, how could I live with him all this time and stuff? While in reality, you could have find yourself someone better. But you see, a lot of women, they believe that they can change people. Well, he's bad, he's drinking, but I'll change him. You know, I'll do something. And then by being naive, by being foolish, they end up with bad guys. You see, which is then it's bad because not only they get abused, but also they could have probably formed good families with some good guys. But that's the problem. You see, as sometimes they say, arrow 5. 5 arrows? That's funny. Only 1? I can craft arrows? Why? But I understand why it happens. It happens because you see we're living in a... It's a vicious circle. It's a vicious circle of Indian tobacco. Of I didn't have arrows, so I didn't have something. Or what's was the problem? Will I be able to craft something? To craft the satchel? It happens because we're living in this vicious circle of kind of hatred, if I quote Pain from Naruto. The problem is that parents are growing up in bad families, and then because they didn't feel enough love and because their parents didn't educate them properly, they educated them, but like global things, you know, you need to take care of yourself. I don't know, you need to wash yourself regularly. You need to clean your teeth. You should not say maybe bad words or something like that. But those are like general rules. You should not kill someone. But it's not the same, you see. And then
I've
the
come up with some ideas
people
for
end
ways
up
we
in
can
the
improve things around here if you want to take
perfect
a look.
iguana skin and perfect deer pelt. Perfect iguana skin. And I have even perfect boar pelt. Okay, I have one. I already donated it. It's kind of great. I need to find an ox hide and a cougar pelt. Okay, let's Google them.
Morning,
Where
Arthur.
they are.
Ah, Lenny.
But because they were not educated properly, they end up in this kind of vicious circle because parents are growing up in bad families, so they do not learn what to do and how to do. For example, that I've noticed that a lot of girls, I've noticed it's something that anyone notice when you go to social media or
Okay, then.
TikTok, Instagram, and all those things, is that a lot of girls, for example, they are putting their I'm looking where to find an ox. Just a sec. An ox near the Valentine? Ox hide. Who's an ox? Oh yeah, it's a kind of it's a bull or something. It's in the Valentine. And there's range. Oh, I see. Okay. Valentine. But there. Down's range. But there are no animals there. They left the range. No. The ox is a massive-sized animal in redemption. You'll most likely find them at farms. Feeling the perfect ox pelt for the part of coyote. Okay, whatever. Let's visit the Downs Ranch.
Yep.
And then we'll see. So a lot of girls in social media, they put their kind of they're not really naked photos, but quite provocative photos where, for example, we see their legs or we see their breasts, but of course we don't see the nipples, but we kind of see that in the because they're wearing a very specific type of clothes. Or for example, when they are showing their butts or something like that. And you see, if you put your photo in a bikini or something like that, it's true that you're not responsible for people
got the wrong feller. I ain't political.
If you wasn't political, you wouldn't be no federal tax collector.
I ain't federal.
I already liberated him last time. It's so weird. I mean, if the moose antler, I can still explain it because I didn't really save the game. I just kind of collected moose antler and its skin, and then I just closed the game. So sometimes it cannot go to the. It doesn't go to the to the save game because maybe it happens every like 5 or 10 minutes, and 5 minutes didn't passed since I killed the moose, and then I disconnected from the game. I just quit the game. So I can kind of relate it. But in this situation, I liberated. Maybe it was not the same guy, but I mean, why would you script two identical events? So my bet is that it's the same guy, it's the same gang members, Lemoyne Raiders, but I liberated him last time. I didn't quite understand it.
8
It's just so weird.
poll tax. But y'all won't take the time to learn the difference.
Hey, what's going on?
They got me tied.
Hello, mister.
They came out of nowhere, okay? Next thing I was regaining my facilities, tied up here. Please, cut me free. Mister, help me.
Okay, it's not the
Free,
same
my
guy.
friend.
You have no idea how
That's
thankful I
interesting.
You ain't home and dry yet. Run along.
am. I know. I think they hid my things in one of those boxes. Sir, they're yours.
I see, it's some
just
kind of
being
a.
hero, me.
He looks like some kind of a professor. That's interesting.
Good luck to you.
I should have probably listened till the end of the dialogue. Okay, makes sense. So, the event is basically the same, except the last time it was a policeman, and right now it's not a policeman, it was some kind of a professor or something. At least, maybe those are just stereotypes, but he was dressed like a typically you'd portray a professor or something like that, or some scientist or something. That's interesting. Okay, wow. That's great then. Though I'm not entirely sure that what's the point of making kind of very similar event. Because I mean, it's not like they give you something, they don't give you any info, nothing. It's kind of funny. You see, this location it's too hot for this kind of outfit, so I can't really use it here. So I can't use it anywhere, because in the beginning I should have used the cold outfit, and now it's hot. Rhodes, Clemens Point, Shady Bell, and then we'll go somewhere, I don't know, somewhere north maybe, or something, Saint Denis. But the thing is, maybe like grass or something. And the problem is that we don't have basically zero chance to use this outfit, even though I like it. But... No.
Okay, girl. Yep.
Well, about the situation with women. So a lot of... Wait, I need a deer pelt, no? Perfect deer pelt. White-tailed deer, white-tailed deer.
I travel alone. Beat it.
You want to see what I can do with a shooter?
You know what? Forget about it.
What's your game?
Three stars. That's exactly what I need. Come back here. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah. So, about the situation. So a lot of girls, they put their kind of half-naked provocative photos, and the thing is, it's true that you're not responsible for some perverted men. Girls are not responsible for some people's actions. You see, it's like saying that you are responsible for the fact that there are people who kill someone, or I don't know, there's a war in Ukraine right now. You're not responsible for that war, you see. That's true. But the thing is, if you keep putting this kind of photos, you don't have to be surprised that you'll attract this kind of audience, you see. Realistically speaking, when you want to talk to someone, do you care about his or her ass or breasts or naked body? No. So if you do your if you want to speak with someone, you speak because that person is interesting, and you don't need to. I mean, you might want to see the face of the person just to understand who are you talking to, but simply the face, not other body parts, because they are useless. And that's what a lot of girls, they don't understand. Especially, well, but if you look at it, a lot of girls are putting this kind of pictures. Celebrities, usual girls, normal people who are not famous.
For you to linger in. This here patch is mine. Gone big tracks.
You know,
Just minding my own business.
on TikTok, on Instagram, videos, photos, and stuff, which is it's inappropriate. But that's what a lot of girls, they don't understand, because, and I can't really blame them. You know, you can blame someone who received a good education. You can say that, well, I know for sure that your parents are good, if you know someone's parents. You can say that I know that your parents gave you a good education. They never told you that you need to do this, and they never showed you by an example that, well, yeah, you should do this kind of way. For example, it's when your parents, your maybe dad or something, tells you that you should not drink. He says that drinking is bad, you might get alcoholic or something like that. Yet every holiday, or every week, every Friday, Saturday, I don't know, he drinks alcohol, you see. So this is showing by an example that he can say whatever he wants, but if he doesn't show by his example what you should not do, then you should not be surprised that the person will do that, you see. And this is quite often what happens with kids. Their parents might tell them, well, you should not I don't know, you should not drink, for example, or you should not smoke. yet their parents are smoking. So of course your kids will want to try it as well, because, well, if my parents are doing that, then, well, probably my parents, they know better, right? Because kids, quite often, they're following examples of their parents. So you don't have to be surprised if your kid starts to smoke while you're smoking as well. You should show by your example that you should not do that. And only then, if if your kid kind of refuses to not refuses, but as I said, if you show by your good example that you should not do something, but your kid still does it, then in this situation, of course, it's not, well, it's not good and it's not normal. For example, you don't smoke, but at some point your kid starts to smoke, then clearly there is something wrong. But that's the job of parents, to discover all these things, to talk with their kids. And so a lot of girls, for example, they're putting those kind of naked photos or provocative photos on internet. And you see, their parents, it doesn't mean that every parent is like that, but I'm quite sure that a lot of parents, they're simply not speaking with their children enough. And that's the problem. So a lot of girls, they're putting photos on the internet or videos in provocative clothes, and then they are being surprised, like, oh no. That's what I've seen on some like language exchange apps, because I'm learning Spanish and German, and so I'm using sometimes language exchange apps to, where am I going? Oh, okay. I'm using language exchange apps to speak with people, to sometimes practice language, or just like that, you know. So there are a bunch of apps like that, like Tandem or Interpals and stuff, and others. And so those are apps clearly for speaking, for maybe finding new friends, to, or to, you know, to practice your language with people from other countries. Like if you're learning Spanish, you can easily speak with a lot of Latino people, or if you learn Portuguese, you can speak with people from Brazil. So, you know, bunch of things like that. Yet in these apps you find girls, for example, in vast majority it's girls.
Away from me now! Fuera!
Yeah.
What's happening?
Malditos pumas!
Oh, that's exactly what I need. I need a perfect cougar belt. How to kill a cougar, RDR2. Either using a bow with poison arrows or a rifle. What kind of rifle? Varmint rifle is not gonna work, right? Rifle with an arrow. Bolt action rifle.
¡Ay, mierda! No me quedan Ese era el último. Damn good shooting, señor. Thank God for you, mister. Le debo la vida.
Good luck with it.
Qué alivio.
I find a random cougar in the middle of the nowhere, not far from Valentine. It's funny. Please give me a perfect belt. Please. Oh, come on, man. Bolt action rifle. What is the problem? You said with any rifle. It's weird. Southwest New Austin. Blackbone Forest. As to a puma or mountain lion. Mm. New Austin. Okay, how to kill it? Perfect weapons to eliminate. You should know the cougar is like down alone, blah blah blah. With a rifle with any ammo. Come on, man. I just used the rifle with any ammo. What's the problem? Bolt action rifle. Come on. Whatever.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. So I was speaking about the what girls do. So it's true that you are not responsible for the fact that there are some perverted men, but you don't need to see the body parts in order to have a dialogue with someone. And in a lot of language apps, that's what girls do. They put their photos of them in bikinis, of them in front of a mirror. Look, I'm doing a selfie. Look, I gotta look at my legs. Look at my breasts. Look at my bikini. Look at my this. Look at my that. And that's the problem, you see. So parents are not explaining to their kids that in fact you're not gonna attract anyone interesting, someone who is not superficial, someone who will want to talk with you and will be interested first of all by your personality and not your body. If you put provocative and naked photos on internet, because that's the reality of things, you see. You cannot attract someone intelligent and someone who's adequate by putting your naked photos, because any intelligent person knows that when a girl shows her body, when she shows off on social media, she got problems. Do you want to have a partner or a girlfriend or something who got mental problems? No. It doesn't mean that all people who put photos in bikini or something, all girls, they have mental problems, but quite often that's the case, unfortunately, and you can't do anything with it. That's the reality of things. You can say that no, it's not like that, but a lot of, and especially that a lot of girls who put such photos, they have on the internet, they have tattoos, and tattoo is once again, I think I mentioned in some of the one of my previous videos, is that tattoo is not a sign that the person got mental problems. It's not 100% sure, but quite often people and girls who have tattoos on them, they had some kind of a I don't want to say that they always have um, mental issues, but in the vast majority of cases, they had some kind of a sad experience in the past. Either their parents were absent, they didn't have a dad, for example, or the relationship was toxic, or with their parents, or between their parents, or there was some kind of other problem. But quite often that's the case. It's sad, but that's the reality of things, and you can't do anything with it. It's just like that. Oh yeah, it's this house, no? That's the killer. With the three. This must be some kind of ritual. But it's closed. It's closed. Well, how do you want me to explore it? No? They want me to use the code, but there's no code here. Where is the map? Documents. Maps. Piece together map. Is that it? Yeah, that's how it looks. 6, 3, 4, 3, 2. Okay. You find me. It's kind of weird because, I mean, I can't go in. Like, he opened. Look at that. He opened those doors, but there's another door here. I'm not quite sure. And baby wrong. Come on, man. You must be kidding me, right? It's funny that they actually put this kind of a music, but you, well, you can go in. I don't know what to do. I'll get back here later. Yeah. Well, that's it. And so, quite often tattoos, it's a sign that, because, I mean, based on my observations, people who didn't have any problems in their childhoods, they didn't, they were like, and everything was fine in their life, they didn't do tattoos. See? Sometimes there are exceptions. It's true that there are exceptions sometimes. What happened? But it was closed. What do you want me to do? Cancel mission. I don't want to go there. What the? What's happened? So that's it. But quite often, it's based on not only my observation, but based on people who I spoke. And I spoke with quite some girls who had tattoos and without tattoos and just a bunch of different people. And, you know. So it's a clear sign that something was wrong. And so a lot of girls, they don't understand it. They don't understand when they put on social media this kind of provocative photos that they will not attract any normal person. They will only attract perverts. And what's funny is that or people who only want to sleep with them. But they don't really understand that, you see. And what's funny is that a lot of girls, they write in their social profiles or like in language exchange apps, they write like, no perverts, I'll block you all, go to hell or something, you see. But at the same time, they put this kind of provocative photos. Look, it's me in bikini. So they can't connect the dots. They don't see the relationship between the fact that they're putting photos in bikini or some kind of provocative photos, selfies in front of the mirror where you see their, I don't know, ass or breasts or something, and the fact that perverts are writing them, you see. They can't connect these two things, though they seem obvious, right? But a lot of girls, they keep putting this kind of photos on social media, and then they're like surprised. They're surprised that only perverts are writing them. It's kind of funny, but that's the reality of things, you see. So all of that was to tell you that I understand where it comes from. It comes from the bad education, you see. It doesn't mean that every person who had a good education is 100% like perfect or stuff, but quite often, if your parents give you a good education and they speak about important things and they teach you those things, I'd say in 90% of cases the person will be normal. The person won't end up being a serial killer, or the girl won't end up with the guy who abuses her, because she will pay attention, because her dad, her mom and dad, they were teaching her you know, good things. They explain her that if a guy, I don't know, it might be, I don't know, let's take this example. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. If you go to social media of a guy, to Instagrams or something, and you see this guy only making photos with cars and, I don't know, golden chains, or him bragging about girls or money or something like that, clearly he's not gonna be a good partner, because a normal person will never brag or show off or something like that, you see. And if your parents explain you these things, especially to girls, they're not gonna even try to have a relationship with such guys, because they will know that it's bad. It's like when you're cooking something, you should not put your hands on any kind of tools that you're using, because it might be hot, you see. Or you should not use a knife because for some other things except cutting I don't know, your food, because you might cut yourself, you might get hurt, you see. And when you educate your children properly, they will know that they should not do that, and they're not gonna make this mistake.
You there?
Yeah? What do you want?
Do I look like a coward to you? I mean, obviously I do, because I look like that milksop there, but 'tis no matter. Can you help?
Maybe.
See? Even he is sick of hearing your nonsense, you afterthought of a child. I apologize, sir, for his smell. Why don't we come back here, to somewhere more conducive to displays of utter gallantry and deep-seated inadequacy?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Shoot a bottle off my head, like William Tell.
This is getting silly.
Very silly. The man is a moron.
shoot one off mine instead. I'm the brave one. I'm not scared.
I'm a good shot, but
I won't even flinch.
I don't want to hurt you, boys.
Oh, I can't lose.
Either I'll prove my masculinity or die and be spared his company. Come, sir, please.
Okay, then. Listen, just make sure everyone knows you asked me to do this.
Of course, of course, of course.
You boys are ridiculous.
Okay.
Good shot. That was fun. What was? I feel like we didn't even do anything.
Oh, of course you didn't. We all know you're hardly sentient at all.
Another round, smaller bottles, sir. Please.
What?
I don't know.
Please. This creature is unbearable. He needs silencing.
I'll do my best. As long as she witnesses that I'm doing this under
Oh, you
duress.
boys are so silly.
You see, for example, her outfit
We're waiting for you, mister.
clearly is suggestive
Ready?
because we see her breasts.
Oh, he got it. There it goes.
Now I'll stand on one leg.
Me too. You keep shooting, sir, and this time you kill the beast. He emerged fully formed from the swamps. Helen?
Silence, you blackguard. Sir, shoot the wretch.
I'm ready.
You're deranged. Shoot away, sir. My bottle and hit.
Excellent. Fine shooting.
Now do one while I hop.
Do one while I turn somersaults. Shoot me.
Oh, give me the gun. Let me shoot him. For all mankind.
I think me and the lady have had enough.
Oh, I don't blame you, sir. This man's tongue, I would run too if I could. Here, for your skills and talents.
Thank you.
Now, brother, I am going to walk Helen home. Don't follow us. She has an
We see
elderly
her
aunt,
breasts.
and I fear the sight of you could finally finish
It's a
her off.
suggestive
Ellen, is this
outfit.
creep bothering you?
You two, come
Oh,
along.
no, there aren't two. There's me and the lizard man. Please, my angel, do not aggregate us both together.
Boys, you are too much. You are too much.
You might think that I'm exaggerating, there's nothing much about it. But, you see, her whole body is, that's how it works, you see, her whole body is covered. So we don't see her legs or something like that. But the only part that we're seeing is her breasts. Which is clearly suggestive because some people might look at her, you see, might look at her breasts or something like that when she goes somewhere. So you can say that, well, you're being too, you're, I don't know, you're too weird or something. We're living in the 21st century. And yes, but you see, it's up to everyone to decide. I'm not telling you how you should do, because you should decide how should you do. I'm just giving an advice, and it's up to you to listen or not, you see. And the thing is, in this situation with this, I didn't find the ox here, so I'll probably need to go somewhere else. I'll try to go there once more. Maybe I'll be able to open it, but if not, then whatever. But that's the reality of things, you see. When all your body is covered and the only place where we see something is your breasts, then clearly people will look there. You see? Because that's the only part that is open. And that's how it works on social media. Quite often girls, maybe they're not putting a lot of clothes like that. They might be using jeans or something, so you don't really see much. But yet if you show your breasts like that, people will look at your breasts, and that's the problem, you see. You can fight the system by putting this kind of clothes, you see. Girls are not responsible for the fact that certain men are kind of perverted, if I can say it like that, right? It's true. But you're not gonna fight the system by putting this kind of clothes, you see. That's the truth. You're not gonna fight all those perverted men by putting this kind of clothes. And that's the reality. But a lot of girls, they don't understand that. Oh, now it's nice, you see? It's so weird. Why last time it bugged? Oh boy. There's another letter. I just don't want to read it. It's so creepy here that I don't even know what to say. Oh boy.
Have you come for me? Or was this all nasty surprise? Or maybe it's both. Maybe it is a nasty surprise, even though you knew I was going to be here. Which is it? You should think about that. Save yourself thinking about what's about to happen. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be nice and fun. I mean, it'll be fun for me, but it won't be nice for you.
Next time, avoid me.
What if I go to Valentine's police office? I mean, he's absolutely crazy. Oh, okay. So that's the mission, anyway. So that's it. And there should be some kind of a middle ground, you know, between girls who are putting their kind of provocative photos on internet and Muslim girls who are completely covered, you see. There should be some middle ground between not being completely, because that's what is good in Islam in some way, is that they are, you see, women are afraid to show off, so they're putting a lot of clothes that cover them, so you don't see their hair, you don't see their legs, you don't see anything. So in some way it's a positive thing because it's some kind of a protection for women, you see. I'm not gonna speak about statistics because I don't know, but I think that there are a lot less sexual crimes in the Muslim world, though I might be wrong, but just based on how women are not showing off there, it's better for them, you see. And there is a reason why they're dressing like that, you see. So it's great that they're taking some actions, you know, to protect themselves.
Found that fella you were looking for?
Which fella? I'm not giving you a cell until you introduce this boy.
Now put him down there. Fella well, it ain't nothing nice. A lot of folk disappeared over the past few years. This sick son of a bitch, well, he ain't right in the head.
That's so.
Head over to the cellar of that broke-down shack on the road to the falls. See for yourself.
Okay, come on.
My name is Edmund. Edmund Lowry Jr. And you'll remember that, my friend.
I'm sure I shall. You are a frightening fella.
Oh, I'll behave, sir. I'll behave as expected.
Well, you better. And I'll get you a lawyer, don't you worry about that. You get in that cell, calm as you be. Get him off me! You lunatic! What the hell is wrong with you? Get out of here!
No, check on me, mister.
My reward?
I'm still here.
Your reward? Get the hell out of here! That's your goddamn reward! Go on out!
That was awful. That was a surprise. Surprise. Well, it didn't work as I planned it to. It didn't work as I planned it to, but whatever. It happens. That was a silly joke. Yeah, so I was saying, you know.
Now, you see, Helen, Acri here is a silly boy.
And Protus isn't a boy at all, but a chimpanzee that a man shaves a face into every day.
You can't punch, my sweet. It's sad, really. Oh, my, our friend.
Hello.
I bet you can punch. Do me and the lady a favor here, would you? And thrash this impudent wretch.
Thrash! No man alive can thrash me.
What was your name, sir?
Arthur.
Arthur could. Easily.
You, maybe, but not me.
I know. Punch us both as hard as you can. You'll break his glass jaw, and I'll be left standing. The knight and the knave.
Good idea. Hit me then. Dear boy, give the feeble fellow a little tap and watch him crumble. Come on.
You really walloped him.
Right, yikes! I'm fine.
Come on!
Ooh, look there! I got a proper chin. Not like that toe rag.
Good Lord above. Doesn't hurt.
Oh, hey,
Hit me again. Right here.
here. That might have killed a lesser man. Oh!
Weren't you taught never to hit girls? Punch a man for once. Give me your worst. Here.
I think he's done for.
Barely even felt it.
Oh, there's only one thing for it then. Hit me in the manhood. Don't worry, sir.
They've come out his ears.
Enough, gentlemen?
Yes, I think so. I slipped.
That's awful.
And I hope you killed the leprechaun.
And he's still alive? Shoot him, please, one of you.
There, up you get. We need to get some steak on those wounds.
Madam, gentlemen, good luck to you.
Whatever got into your heads? Let's get you back to your room. Come on, keep up.
I'm fine. Really. It's that wretch who needs the rest.
I've never been better. Truly, I could ride to Strawberry in the stadium.
Wow, that's it. So one of the main things, one of the main ideas is that you can change the world, you know, and that's what a lot of, but it's not only about girls, it's even about guys, but in different things. They're being delusional about certain things, and they think that they can change something by doing it. Like, for example, you can't you can't execute I don't know, killers, murderers. There should not be death penalty. Now it might sound where can I go? Oh, okay. I can go to Strawberry and do Stagecoach robbery. So those weird lags, it's kind of weird. You can't really do.
How do you do?
There a bounty in my head or something?
Whoa! Howdy. Happy to help you start over. You have a good one.
If you
excuse me,
kill people who killed someone or who did something bad, even if they killed 1,000 people, the problem is you continue this vicious circle of kind of criminality, because criminals will see that there is a death penalty. In any case, they have a, I don't know, maybe a bad situation or some kind of situation. Some people might steal or kill someone because they didn't have any money, so they had to, I don't know, help their family, so or help themselves to find some food or shelter or something. So they will kill someone and steal their car maybe, or apartment or something. Or some other people might be just completely psychopath and they will kill people like that. If people know that there will be no, there is a death penalty, then they got nothing to lose. In any case, they got nothing to lose, you see. So the only correct way in such situations, of course you can say, it's your opinion, I disagree with that stuff, but the only correct way for us,
Hold still, girl.
the only way that we have as humans, is to put them in jail. And I understand that some people might say that, well, yes, but we are paying for those jails and stuff and blah blah blah, but we're paying for them anyway. The government collect taxes, and we will pay for those jails in any case, even if there are no people there. We will still pay for them. I know it sounds kind of not realistic, but realistically speaking, there will always be people who go to jail. There will always be criminals. And we will always pay for people, and we will always pay for people. We will always pay for such things, you see. They should exist. In some way, they scare people, you see. Jails, they scare people, so some people might, you know.
I ain't no innkeeper. Chew the cud somewhere else. It's all good. Calm down.
So we should have such buildings, you see, because if we won't have them, then if something happens and we need a jail, it won't exist. It will take a lot of time and money to build it, because we'll have to build it in a very short term, like in, I don't know, maybe 1 month or something, and you will have to pay for that even more money than for a usual construction that lasts, for example, 6 months or something. So such buildings should exist, but the problem is when criminals know that there is a death penalty, they get nothing to lose. So the only correct punishment is for them to spend, maybe if they do a lot of bad things, is to spend the rest of their lives in the jail and die there. That's the only correct way. Because, as I said, in any case, there are a lot of people who use this as an argument that, well, we're paying for them, they are getting, they're getting food, they're doing things, some of them have maybe television or something, it depends on country, but, you know. And in some way, this argument is correct. It's right. In some way we're paying for them. But in any case, we're paying taxes. We are paying them one way or another. You're not paying more taxes when you have your, for example, you know that you have to pay 10% of your, I don't know, maybe let's say 10% of your salary as a tax every month. There is no, if you ask for some info, you're not gonna see a line which says that 1% of your income is going to support the jails, because it's the job of the government to redistribute those money. So if they need money for jails, they'll take them. If they won't need them, then they'll use it for something else. But in any case, you're gonna pay 10% of your salary. It's just an example of 10%. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. That's it. So in any case, you will have to pay your taxes. So you're not gonna win anything by not by executing those people.
Get your backs into it. Yeah. Use your legs. That's what you have them for Pete's sake. Don't put your hands hard and Why does this always have some respect? Just leave me be.
It's kind of comical how they show these guys. They're always getting into some troubles. Well, that's it. So it's the job of the government to redistribute money correctly. So criminals, death penalty should not exist. It's a very easy way, you did some crimes, then you'll get killed. They should learn something. They should spend maybe the rest of their life in the prison, like that they will learn something. Because if you die, you're not gonna learn anything. You're not gonna understand that there is a punishment. Because, yeah, it's true that life is the most precious thing and that you can buy it and stuff. But it's a very easy way to kill someone. Because when you die, you're not suffering, you see. You just get killed and then you're like, it's like a sleep. You're like sleeping. You don't know what's happening around you. You don't feel anything. You don't want to eat. You don't want to sleep. You don't want to do anything. You're just, you don't want to sleep. You're not tired or something. You stop existing. So it's a very easy solution to kill someone as a punishment. So death penalty should not exist. Because, as I said, criminals will know that they got nothing to lose. So I was saying that because you can't fight the system if you want people to stop stealing, for example, or stop killing or something. You cannot do that by executing them, you see. If you want to stop people to kill, you should not kill them either. So if we return to our main subject, our main topic of discussion, which is the girls putting naked pictures on social media, you can't fight the system. You can't fight perverted guys, or you can fight guys who will come to your who will go on social media and jerk off on your photos, because that's how it works. A lot of times guys can just they see these photos and they can just jerk off, and that's the problem.
Can I get a room, please?
Room's ready whenever you need.
Is there anything else? wasn't similar. So you're not gonna, you can't fight the system by putting your naked photos on social media expecting that like that these guys will change or something like that. You're not gonna change these guys by putting your photos on social media. It just doesn't work this way. It's not here. Is it here? It's not here. Where is it? It's over there. And that's the reality of things. Night, evening, night. Oh wow. I think I'll try to sleep till the morning after this one. So that's it. You're not gonna change all those perverted guys by, you know, putting provocative clothes or putting your photos on in bikini on social media. That's not how world works, and that's the reality of things. And it's logic, you see. But not a lot of girls, they understand that, unfortunately. But you know, that's sad. But that's it. You see. So a lot of girls, they end up in these weird situations where they have abusive boyfriends or something because, you see, they didn't have a proper education and they ended up being victims of kind of victims of their parents in some way, because their parents didn't give them a proper education. It's not by going out to a club dressed in the mini skirt and with some top which shows your breasts that you're gonna you know, explain to all those perverted guys that they should not do that. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's sad. It's sad that it's parents who should explain all those things. But you see, that's the problem. The problem is that when I'm speaking about parents, I also mean a dad. But quite often, that's a very common thing right now, that children grow up in a single parent family. Or in a toxic family where mom and dad, they're not having a good relationship. They're always having problems. They're arguing and stuff, and it's bad.
Hey there. You Hector?
That's me.
Alden tells me you're a discouraged man.
Ah, you must be a friend of that Josiah Trelawney. All right. In that case, I've got something here you might want to take a look at. Mm-hmm.
Here.
There's a stage heading up from Blackwater. Now, I hear it'll be heavily guarded, so you might want to try a more covert approach. Or lay down some explosives.
Covert
I don't know.
approach. What
You're
is
the
that even
expert.
supposed to mean?
Thank you, Hector. Appreciate it. You enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Suit yourself.
Relax. So you see, a lot of, unfortunately, we are living in such world that you see, it's like everything is connected. One thing cannot exist without another one. So the fact that people, girls or boys, they live in bad families, for example, I don't know, your father has been abusive or something like that, or your father doesn't even exist in your life. You're growing up in a single parent family. What it means is that girls quite often they will show them, you know, I can't really say, it's not like a general rule. There is no one general rule that says that it's gonna be like that. So there are always exceptions, and all the situations are different because there are 8 billion people on Earth. You know, there are a bunch of different situations, but it's like a general idea, you know. So girls, quite often they, when their dad is not present in the family and he didn't educate the girl properly, quite often they will put their naked photos on social media to attract the male attention, because the male attention from her dad, she missed it in her childhood because her dad was not there to educate her. You see? And so it's a very deep psychological problem. I don't know. You need to speak with psychologists. They'll explain you that. So they try to fill that void, the lack of education by their dad and the time that they could have spent together by putting those provocative photos on social media. Like that, they are attracting male attention. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but that's the reality of things. Human brain and human psychology is a very complicated thing, and I don't know how much time you need to study to learn that, and how much time you need to study that, and how much things you need to learn, and it's right here. Okay, can I take it? I won't be able to stay here, right? I need to go down. Oh no, okay. They like pop out of nowhere or something? Because I don't see anyone. Is that the coach? Is that it? Wait, I lost it. Yeah, here it is, I think. I'm not sure, but I suppose. Or just shoot the log. Or plant the dynamite and nuke it. That's funny. I should have waited probably. They might come. I need to do it fast. Well, that was useless, apparently. No effect. Okay. Perfect ox hunt. Right. Angus ox. Oh, there is something was still to the back. Over there. Where is that? West Elizabeth, near Hanover and Lemoyne. Cattle, oxen. Based on what they show on the map, there is something over there, but there's nothing there, no? West Elizabeth. There's no ranch there or something. Let's check it, but I don't think so. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so I was saying about the girls and stuff. So the problem is, it's like everything is related, you see? And the fact that there was a lack of dad in the childhood, in some way it means that there some order lacked, some rules. And everyone reacts differently, see? Quite often girls, for example, as I said, they're looking for that, they're trying to fill this gap, this void of men's attention and rules. So they are putting naked photos on social media, provocative photos. I'm calling them naked, but you know, it's provocative photos. With those mini skirts and stuff, where you can see their breasts. Guys, for example, some guys, because we're all different, some guys might grow up with their moms and they might be they might not get as responsible as they should be, so they'll live with their moms till they're 35, or they will be, you know, mommy's son. He will do everything with his mom, with their mom and stuff. So or some of them might get abusive, or some might do this or that. We're all different, so there is no one rule. There are a bunch of different situations and outcomes. How can it go? Or for example, if your parents are abusive, if mom and dad are having problems, kids might react differently to that. Some of them might, for example, if dad is beating his wife or something, if your dad is beating your mom, some guys might take it as a bad example and be abusive to their wives as well, their girlfriends. Some might react differently. Some might do, some might do something else. There are a bunch of outcomes. You can just, speak with people, discover these outcomes, go on Reddit. On Reddit, there are a bunch of different stories where people speak about their problems, how divorce of their parents kind of traumatized them, or something like that. So, you know. And I don't know how much things like that I've seen, I've discovered by speaking with people, by reading those stories, watching videos. I don't know, it's just crazy. But that's it. So, it's very important to have a normal family and to have some kind of rules and to follow some order. This is why quite often I'm mentioning Bible, because biblical rules, they are helping families to stay together. It doesn't mean that just because the person says that I believe in Bible, I believe in God, I'm reading the Bible, that the person is actually doing something. Because, you know, even Bible says that you should oh, it actually looks beautiful. I like it. Looks amazing. Or is that valley view? Well, that's definitely a valley view. I like it. I don't know where am I going. But yeah, that's it. And so this is the world that we're living in, because it's like a vicious circle, because people grow up in bad families. It doesn't mean that our past does not define us. So we can change, and some people change, but it's not the case for everybody. A lot of people, because they grew up in a toxic relationship, when they grow up, maybe they change something. They do not repeat exactly the same actions and things that their parents did, but they still do it wrong. And so they get into relationships and then they end up by breaking up or something. Quite often, men, for example, they get with girls, they stay together for a couple of years, they are sleeping together and stuff, you know, and then they just break up because they kind of get bored, and clearly it's a problem. But that's how they make kids, and then they leave them, you see, and that's a big problem. Okay, I think I know why. Okay, I I have a supposition why they mark it in red, because it might be the case when you play as John. There's echo. There is a ranch here, I think, because they showed the map of New Austin. That's the ranch where we work, so we can kill oxes here, but they're not available right now because it doesn't exist yet. We're still playing as Arthur, which is funny. They say that there are some things in Rhodes, Braithwaite Manor, somewhere here. Can I go to Rhodes by train or something? Wallace Station. Oh, I need to... Well, I think I'll just go to Lake Isabella to try to find a moose or something. Or maybe Ovangilla Dam. Let's check Ovangilla Dam first. Though, I'll go there, I'll check. If I don't find it, will be the end of this part, and I'll continue in the next one.
I can taste you already. Hey, careful how you go. Can't you see I'm tracking game here?
Okay, sure. Good luck. Yep,
Grizzly bear.
he's laying a good trail.
Can I even help him?
These droppings are fresh. Something's been here recently. Okay, okay.
It's kind of funny, we don't see the track. The track kind of appears while he's moving. It pops out of nowhere.
Yep, here we are. Smells like dinner.
I know it ends up here. It's kind of funny. Not sure.
I thought I saw you over there.
Kill him. He's running away. Well, I help him, but is he going to retrieve it? Or?
Yep.
Okay, he's running away. He's fun. Well, the grizzly bear. I think I don't have the grizzly bear. I have only the black bear, or I'm not sure. Do I have the info about this bear in my compendium? Or not? I'm not sure. It should normally it should be perfect. The perfect quality. But at this point I'm not sure. Perfect. Oh yes. Nice. I mean it's great and stuff. I think I can sell it, but kinda useless. This hunter is kinda weird. He decided to hunt the bear. He knew it's the bear, but then when he missed the shot, he just started to run away. Why? Whatever. Yep, well, so that's it. And that's how our world works right now, where people are... Because the thing what you should understand is that when you're growing in a single parent family, it doesn't mean that your mom, for example, cannot give you everything. she might give you food, you might have a great life, and you might even grow up as a normal guy without being a mommy's son or something. But the thing is, why a family should be composed of two people, of a man and a woman, because men and men and women are complementary, you see. Your mom or your dad can give you only 50% of education. What does that mean? It means that men and women, we kind of think differently, and you know, men are more like, you know, logic and stuff, and women are more like emotional. It doesn't mean that we're all it's the case for everybody. I saw some women who were more like logic. They were doing science studies and stuff, and I even know one girl like that. So she's more like a, you'd even think that it's a guy. If you didn't know it's a girl, you'd think it's a guy, because she's more like, you know, she's doing science studies, she's obsessed with logic and stuff. So there are always exceptions, but on average, you know, men and women are different. What it means is that your mom or your dad can give you only 50% of education, you see. On average, men are not as emotional as women, for example. So they do not, they, of course, they show some love and stuff, but not the way women do it. Women do it. So, and it's important to understand, you see. So when you're growing up in a monoparental family, or how it's called, you will lack something in your education, because you're, for example, when you're if you're living with your mom will have to work. She will have to work, and she's not gonna have enough of time to spend the time with you. See, when there are two parents, both of your parents can work sometimes, or work less, or maybe, I don't know, something. There are a bunch of examples, but the thing is, you're not gonna find yourself in a situation where you're completely alone, you see. And that's the reality of things. It's not the case for everybody, you see. But quite often that's the case. And I can speak about such things because I grew up with only my mom. My dad disappeared, so I know what I'm talking about, and I understand. This is why I understand how it's important to have a family, a full family. Because my mom, for example, she was spending a lot of time working, and it's not particularly bad, but quite often I was, after school, I found myself alone. So I don't know, I played video games, and when I was younger, I did a bunch of weird things. I mean, I didn't do anything particularly bad. It's just I was on the streets. We were, I don't know, sometimes we were spending, even if they were good moments on streets, but I'm not entirely sure that a 10-year-old child, which is who is kind of living on the streets. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's it. It's a good thing, you see. Children should spend time with their parents and not going out with other children on the streets and doing weird things. I don't know, I remember we were, breaking glass. There were some abandoned houses, so we took so we were throwing rocks at those glasses, and we were destroying them. I don't know why. This is one of the examples, and there are a bunch of examples like that. Maybe it's not the best, it's not the best way how you can spend your time. So it's something to take into account, and this is how a lot of families are, and this is how a lot of things are happening nowadays, where families do not last long enough because those families were not built on good principles, and it's important to understand that. This is why when I look at people nowadays, I see that clearly there's a problem. Clearly something's wrong. And a lot of girls who put their naked photos, for example, on the internet or something like that.
Easy.
Fire? Oh no, I don't have smoke here. Oh, yep. It's kind of sad, all this situation. But that's how it is. And this is the reality of things. This is why it's very important to have a good family. But you see, that's the problem. Because a lot of people, they grow up in bad conditions, you know. They have bad childhoods. So they kind of, not always, but quite often they end up doing a lot of mistakes as well. Maybe not exactly the same, but they're doing mistakes, you see. And statistically speaking, look at the divorce rates in various countries. It's around 50%. And when it's not 50%, right now the situation kind of might evolve, because there might be less divorces in some countries. But the only reason for that is because a lot of people are not even marrying. In France, for example, it's a very common thing it's called PACS. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think PACS is when two people are living together. They're not officially married, but they're living together, they're having kids, you know. And in case if they divorce, well, they won't have to divide their, you know, money or something, or things that they bought, simply because they were not really married, you see. And it's super common nowadays.
You see any welcome sign around here? Go on with you.
That's it. It's kind of sad, but this is the world we're living in. So I'll stop for now, I think. I'll continue. I'll go to Lake Isabella in the next part. I was hunting for this part, I think. I didn't do any normal mission. And I need to find the moose antler, and then I'll get back. It might be actually good to find some cougars as well, because they will... because I need them for that recipe. And I need to find oxes as well. I didn't find them anywhere here, so I'll probably go to Rhodes and try to find the cattle over there. Yeah, so that's it for this part.